Nature versus nurture is an ongoing debate that takes place when discussing language development. Is language a skill that is learned, or is it a skill that we are born with? Our group will be presenting the learning theorist side, which focuses on nurture. Learning theorists usually explain language development in terms of imitation and reinforcement. Therefore, our presentation will highlight the role of imitation and reinforcement, the stages of language development, and motherese. We will begin with the stages of language development. Note the link below, which is a video from the TV show The Doctors that describes each stage of language development with corresponding sounds an infant would make.
Hi, my name is Cesar Chua, and I'm going to talk to you today about language development in infancy. So language development begins at birth when the babies cry, and then at 12 weeks they cry less, they smile when talked to and nodded at, engage in quality and gargling sounds, cooing, sustains cooing for 15 to about 20 seconds, and then at 15 weeks respond to human sounds more definitely, turns head both sides searching for the speaker, and chuckles occasionally. And then about 12 weeks, cooing becomes interspersed with consonant-like sounds. And then there's also vocalizations differ from the sounds of mature language. And then at 6 months, cooing changes to single syllable babbling, neither vowels, consonants have fixed pattern of recurrency. And then there's also common utterances, sound somewhat like ma, mu, da, or di. So that was the beginning. That's the beginning. The first 6 months of the child's language development in infancy.
Baby of 8 months, continuous repetition. Baby of 10 months, vocalization mixed with sound play, such as gargling and babbling. 12 months, identical sound, words like mama, papa, and dada, many words and requests understood. 18 months, repertoire of 3 to 50 words, explosive vocabulary growth, babbling consists of several syllables, little effort to communicate information, understood nearly everything spoken. 24 months, vocabulary more than 50 words, naming everything in the environment, and clear effort to communicate.
Hi guys, this is Dennis Kisser. I'm going to talk to you about the role of imitation. By definition, imitation is an advanced behavior whereby an individual, like a child, observes and replicates the parents' or another individual's behavior. From a social-cognitive perspective, parents serve as models. Children learn language, at least in part, by observation and imitation. Children learn vocabulary, words, nouns, and verbs mainly by imitation. However, imitating learning does not explain why children spontaneously utter phrases and sentences that they have not heard, or why sometimes children steadfastly avoid imitating certain language forms suggested by adults, even when the adults are insistent. Although based on Piaget's work, Meltzoff, Moore, or other researchers, there is no concluded research evidence to explain why a children might utter words they have not heard or why they might deny imitating certain language forms. One true fact is that in today's world, the environment is not simply home.
The role of reinforcement. B.F. Skinner, 1957, allowed that prelinguistic vocalizations such as cooing and babbling may be inborn. But parents reinforce children for babbling that approximates the form of real words. Children, in fact, do increase their babbling when it results in adults smiling at them, stroking them, and talking back to them. From Skinner's perspective, children acquire that early vocabulary through shaping. That is, parents require that children's utterances be progressively closer to actual words before they are reinforced. In support of Skinner's position, research has shown that reinforcement accelerates the growth of vocabulary in children. If the reinforcement explanation of language development were sufficient, parents' reinforcement would facilitate children's learning of syntax and pronunciation. Studies show that language growth in young children is enhanced when adults use a simplified form of speech known as motherese. Use questions that engage the child in conversation. Respond to the child's expressive language efforts. Join the child in paying attention to a particular activity or toy. Gesture to help the child understand what they are saying. Describe aspects of the environment occupying the infant's current focus of attention. Read to the child, and finally, talk to the child a great deal.
What is motherese? Motherese is a child-directed speech, an adult's imitation of speech of a young child. Motherese is important for language development. Motherese, a type of language, is found in many countries such as Japan, America, and some parts of Africa. It is typically baby talk that mothers use to speak to their infants. Fathers, grandparents, and other family members can also use this form of talk to babies, which is also known as parentese. High-pitched voice and slow rhythms of speech seem to attract babies. They are more interested in interacting with people in this kind of talk, and they are more likely to respond. Studies have shown that motherese is beneficial to infants. It helps them enhance and expand their speech development as they grow older and become aware of the differences between words and sentences in the early stages of language development. Some characteristics are motherese is spoken slowly at a higher pitch, and there are pauses between ideas. Sentences are brief, sentences are simple in grammar. The key words are put at the ends of sentences and are spoken in a higher and louder voice.